Self-esteem high like Pluto, arrogant as fuck, hopping out the Benz two-door. Up in the club, confidence like a model. Smoking on a swisher, just caught me a bottle. Step to a bitch and she fronted on me. Pour alcohol on her like a scratch CD.
Hey, this is Joe Vortek, and we are at Movement 2008 in Detroit, Michigan. I'm talking on behalf of GearWire to Acid Circus out of LA, also on Droid Behavior.
That's our label.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and your performances, your DJing, and Droid Behavior itself.
My name is Vidal. I'm part of Acid Circus. I perform as Acid Circus with my brother Vangelis, who's not here with us right now. Basically, we're two-person live acts, mostly techno, electro, house, acid, all electronic stuff. It's mostly original music, but in recent years or recent months, we've incorporated a digital DJ style of sorts. So basically, we've been producing under the name Acid Circus, and we put out records on the label Droid and Subject Detroit. Of course, we're involved with the Droid Behavior event production as well, and all other aspects of Droid. But as far as our performance style goes, we've been really using Ableton a lot lately, along with other programs like FL Studio, Reason, Logic, of course, lots of plugins like Reactor, Massive, and whatnot. And we just use all what we have, all our resources, to create kind of a digital mix of mostly original music with a few samples and tracks from other people.
So what would you say with your rig?
Yeah.
Is it it's a software-based rig?
Pretty much all software. Basically, we perform on two laptops, one laptop each with MIDI controllers. We use a Audio 8 sound card. Once in a while, we're bringing in some hardware. My brother will use a virus to trigger sounds from there and whatnot. And basically, we hook up to a DJ mixer and kind of perform almost like a DJ style versus, where I play music on my laptop and my brother will kind of battle it out on the DJ mixer with sounds from his laptop and vice versa. So we usually use all 4 channels on a DJ mixer to bring in, different sounds on every single channel. We're definitely using all the EQs, all the crossfaders and whatnot.
That's awesome. What would you say are some of the, the strengths, but also some of the things you want to improve with the software and how you have it, how you use the system, what you'd like to see improved in software you use or gear you use that would make your live set, that could help, strengthen the live set and all that kind of stuff?
Well, one thing right now that we do with our live set, which is, I guess, a little bit unique to other people who do 2 laptop kind of live PAs, we're not actually MIDI syncing our laptops. We do it all by freehand. So kind of,
It's really impressive.
Yeah, we do it kind of like the way, a DJ does it on 2 turntables. So with that, we're obviously not MIDI syncing, which can leave some room for error. At the same time, I haven't been very impressed with some of the MIDI syncs because sometimes MIDI syncing hardware to software isn't very effective. I'm still yet to see anything that will sync up, some things like the 909 to an Ableton set and make it actually sound clean the whole time. So that'd be kind of cool to see. Also, the thing about MIDI syncing is when we play live, we actually are switching between programs quite often, depending on what song we play. If you have something MIDI synced, the second you close a program, it's going to affect the other computer, and that's not going to happen. That won't work live. So I guess that would be kind of cool if there's some way to sync up everything live and still have programs opening and closing without affecting the other computer. Yeah.
Awesome. And what would you say is the program you'd call, I guess, the basis for your live set, the program that's in a sense kind of the sequencer of your live sets?
We definitely work a lot with Ableton and FL Studio. FL and especially Reason, we use a lot to play our original music. So, I don't know, we'll play songs on FL or Reason for like 80% of our set. Either we'll go back to back from one track to the other track on the laptops, or I'll be playing all original music on those programs while my brother will be playing stuff on Ableton. He'll be bringing in original loops as well as other people's music and loops and cut-ups and samples on the other channels. So we basically go back and forth between those 2 programs a lot, and that's I guess those are the main programs for our live sets.
And you run multiple programs at the same time
totally.
on each laptop.
Yeah.
So what kind of laptops do you use?
Right now we're just using compacts, but we're looking to move on to something, maybe a Mac. I mean, I've seen what Drumcell uses. He uses a Mac, and I like the results he has. So we're looking at that eventually.
You need, typically, would you say you aim to have a pretty strong and stable PC for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when we're running a lot of programs and a lot of effects, you got to have something that can handle it. So definitely have enough memory and all that stuff.
Right. So are you playing here in Detroit at all during the festival?
We played at a party last night called Friendly Integration. It was at the Works. My brother and I did a live set there. It was pretty cool. A lot of experimental artists with a few techno artists in the back room. So we were one of those techno artists.
Oh, great. And are you guys going to be performing around the United States this summer?
Yes. We're touring a lot in the Midwest, doing mini tours in Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, hopefully Detroit. And we're also playing in San Francisco and Seattle like almost every month from now till October. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And what do you guys see for the future? Do you have a lot of releases, a decent amount?
Well, the last release we had, which we're still kind of, still working with, has been charted and licensed to quite a few CDs and DJs charts and whatnot. So we definitely have a lot of releases that we're working on to hopefully get on Droid label and a few other labels as well to do remixes. We're definitely working on more tours. We played in Mexico recently, so we're working with promoters over there to get more tours set up over there. And eventually we're going to try to do some European tours. So, that's where the biggest market is, so we need the biggest exposure there.
Well, thank you so much for your time, sir. It was a pleasure talking with you. It sounds really interesting. Hey, thanks for talking with us. It sounds really interesting with you guys, too.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. And this was Vidal.
From Acid Circus.
From Acid Circus and Droid Behavior. And I'm Joe Vortak with GearWire.com, and this is Movement 2008. Thanks so much, guys.